Hi, hello students. Welcome to SPR Edutech. If you are preparing for UPSC Prelims 2022, this class will be much more important for you and your friends. If you like the video, you can subscribe to this channel and also share with your friends for much more updates and similar type of classes that is required for your UPSC preparation. This is me, SPR. Let me explain in brief what are all the complete requirement of the art and culture related topics that is to be provided by me for your art and culture preparations. After history, when you are covering the history, this art and culture plays a crucial role in your preparation, because if you are getting an art and culture questions, approximately overall history, if you consider 20 questions are coming, means in that half of the questions 10 plus will be from the art and culture. In that art and culture, half, which means 50% of the syllabus will be from the current news. So this current news plays an important role in your art and culture preparations. Now let me explain brief outing what are all the things, important topics that has been covered in from Jan 2021 to as usual we know that June, which means June 5th will be your UPSC prelims examination. For that, and also if you are preparing for future also, this will help you a lot, because it creates a path, a process and understanding the examination. From last 1 year, January 2021 to March 2022, what are all the important current affairs updates of the art and culture has been provided by me in detail with a clear understanding. Okay, actually I take classes in Tamil and Telugu and English. So for the purpose of taking classes, there I will take live classes. Same notes I will be providing over here, okay students, so that it will be easy for your reading purpose and these things. And also if you want subscribe, you can subscribe other channels also. So after getting a good subscription values, then I can try to make a live videos for this channel. Okay students, let me take into the topics what are all the important. Actually, Anubhava Mandapa, it is in news. Why this Anubhava Mandapa is in news? Karnataka government has announced, Karnataka CM has announced that we're gonna construct so-called Anubhava Mandapa in the place called Basava Kalyan. What is this Basava Kalyan? Basava Kalyan is the capital of the Kalyani Chalukyas. Okay, let me explain in a brief to the map here. Students, see here in simple view, if you are considering India map is like this. So in this region, actually, this part is covered by Western Chalukyas. This is Eastern Chalukyas. When Western Chalukyas slowly disintegrated and has been become to smaller feudal regions, then they slowly so-called Western Chalukyas as the capital in Vatapi. Later on, a few times they had been decreased because of the Rashtrakutas has taken over the place over there. So they had simply moved on to the south and few regions, that means Karnataka. Here this map you can see clearly. In the regions of Karnataka, northern regions and also northeastern regions, you can find this Basava Kalyan is a place. This is during the Kalyani Chalukya time, and also it is during a 12th century AD. During that time, it has been widely celebrated and famous place and famous ruled kingdom. But one more thing important is that they had restricted a few places. A few things are there during this Kalyani Chalukya's time, because the Vesara style has been in peaks and construction has been provided over there. Lingayat sect has been generated and also created as a new. And few more initiative you can see this about Chalukyas is that Someshwara 3 during the time there is if you are reading medieval India, you can know the topic. There is a book called Manasolosa that it has provided details about how food style and food, which means it's like an encyclopedia of the food making and cooking styles. Recent days you can see YouTube videos where highlight of the cooking has been famous, but these things has been provided earlier in this so-called Kalyani Chalukya time itself. These are all the things you can cover over in these medieval Indian topics. But when you come to art and culture, this Basava Kalyan is a place where Anubhava Mandapa is constructed. This is what in news. Okay, now let us see topics that has been related to that. 12th century poet, so-called, one second, has been erased. Yeah, 12th century poet called Basaveshwara is the first one who had built this Anubhava Mandapa. What is this Anubhava Mandapa? Anubhava Mandapa is considered as the first parliament in the world. Okay, it has been considered, but not in truth. Okay, it has been considered, it will be the first, because before that there is no any parliament such systems has been prevalence in all over the world. Okay, now this Anubhava Mandapa is important because of this importance. Okay, now when you are coming to the Basaveshwara, he is most important person during the medieval India. He is a part of the Bhakti movement. So about him, reading about him stands as an important point. And what are all the things that has been related to him, we can look into a brief. Okay, Basaveshwara, he is a philosopher, social reformer, and especially famous for his attitude and his reforms. What are all the reforms means? He had provided a casteless society and religious discrimination against casteless society. Here he hated castes. So he was against the caste system. He planned to get a casteless society, and modern ideological thoughts were the process of him. And also he was against the religious discrimination. There are many religions discriminating others. So he is also against him. His birthday is been famously celebrated in the region of Karnataka as the Basava Jayanti, that is on his birthday. Okay, and he is the only person who has started the Lingayatism sect. This is a new sect that has been famous and it is also been recently in news. The principles that Basaveshwara has followed is Arivu means a good knowledge, and Achara means a right conduct, right behavior and right attitude towards other. That is Achara. Anubhava means a good experience. So every person must follow this principle. These are all the strong principles that Basaveshwara has been following and has been principally educating the other people. Next, to get the divine union with God. That is the Bhakti movement, which was been very famous, and many so-called persons over those period, which means medieval Indian period, has said many ways to connect to the God. But how this Basaveshwara has said and what are all the methods that has been followed by him is Linganga Yoga is the method that he had followed, and this is called as the divine union, which means if you want to join or get union with the God, what are all the qualities that must be present in you, and what are all the process that you must choose to reach out to the God. It is called as the Bhakti, Jnana and Kriya. Bhakti means you must be having a good worship and heartly connection to the God. Jnana means good knowledge, and Kriya means you must be have a good action. These are all the three things that has been said by the Basaveshwara and which stands as a main way to divinely connect to the God. And next, for the socio-economic reforms, he had given us several ideologies. That is Kayaka. Kayaka means a divinity in work, which means when you are working at something or if you are doing some job of your choice, you must choose your job, which means nowadays you can see many people living in a different type of world without even having a basic interest. They just continue with the job just for the economic interest. But this person said that Kayaka means the job must be of your choice, whatever the job may be, but after that you must work according to the job with ultimate abilities, and also you must be working sincerely towards the job. These are all the things that has been provided, that is called as a Kayaka. Next, Dasoha, which he had given for the social and economic reforms in the society, that is equal distribution, which means everybody must work and also everybody must be paid, and also equal income for the equal work. That is the thing that has been said by him, that is in the name of Dasoha. And next he had started called Vachana Reformist Movement. What is a Vachana Reformist Movement? It is a poetical form of creating a reform in the society. So during Vachana means it's a direct meaning of the poetry. So during the use of his poetry had brought welfare of all. He's been creating the welfare among all the people, and also he is attempting to address class, caste and gender issues. These are all the social elements that has been degrading the people. So he was fighting to create awareness among the people through the usage of poetry. Okay, let me have a quick review of this. What is in news and what are all the things that I have discussed. Every point of the explanation I will give a quick review. That is the method of teaching that I actually have in my classes and here also. Karnataka Anubhava Mandapa is in use. CM has inaugurated Anubhava Mandapa. It is during the 12th century poet Basaveshwara. This has been inaugurated and Kalyani Chalukya style it has been constructed, and Basava Kalyan is the place. Basava Kalyan is the capital of the Kalyani Chalukyas and is the first parliament in the world. Basaveshwara, who is that? He is an important medieval Indian Bhakti movement saint, who philosopher and social reformer. He fought against the caste and religious discrimination. Basava Jayanti is being celebrated on his birthday, and Lingayatism is started by his so-called person called Basaveshwara, and principles that he followed is Arivu, Achara and Anubhava, the knowledge, right conduct and experience. Linganga Yoga is the way that he has chosen and said to the people for the divine union with God, that everybody must orderly follow that Bhakti, Jnana and Kriya, which means a knowledge action. Okay, next he had provided for the socio-economic reforms such as Kayaka, divinity in work, job of choice must be ultimate and sincere, and Dasoha, which means equal income for equal work, and Vachana reformist movement, which he has started through poetry and also welfare for all, and also his addressed issues like class, caste, and gender issues. This is what all about this Basaveshwara and the thing that has been used in related to the art and culture. Now, next thing, let me get into the next topic that was in news and why it is important for your UPSC preparation. Magi Mela. Magi Mela is Muktasar in Punjab. It is some so-called festival or celebration that has been present over in the Muktasar, Punjab. Okay, what is it? Magi Mela, actually, it is celebrated every year during the month of January. This month of January is considered as the Mag Mas, which means Mag means month, that is January month, and also it is according to the calendar of the Nanak Shahi calendar. So Nanak Shahi calendar is created and provided by the person called Sikh Pal Singh. Okay, he's a Sikh person. His name is Pal Singh. He had created this Nanak Shahi calendar. Before that, there will be a prevalence of some other calendar. What is that calendar? It is called as Bikrami calendar. Overcoming this calendar, he had created called a Nanak Shahi calendar. Okay. Now, why this Magi Mela has been celebrated? Actually, we know historically Guru Gobind Singh is fighting against a Mughal ruler called Aurangzeb. He also created Khalsa to fight against these Mughal rulers. And also, a greater sacrifice has been happened during this time, which means more than 46 have sacrificed their life to protect this Sikhism and also to protect this Guru Gobind Singh. It is a place called Chali Mukte fight. During a fight over the place Chali Mukte, they had fought and sacrificed their lives to protect. And also, this is called as a Lohri, and also it's been celebrated. It's a place. It is also celebrated. Actually, not a Lohri is not a place. It's a festival. This Magi Mela will be coinciding with the festival called Lohri. It is also where Hindus celebrate grandly with the greatest form of. It's also called as the so-called harvest festival. I will be explaining further about the harvest festival feature in this topic. Okay, this is what overall view of this Magi Mela in the news and what is the significance and importance of that. Okay, now next topic I'm going to explain is Yakshagana. Yakshagana is being asked in UPSC for the multiple times of 2 to 3 times in the last 3 to 4 years, I think so. Yeah, Yakshagana is a theatre art present in Karnataka, and it has been started as a temple art. Now you must know, theatre art means similar to dramas. You know, in festival times in your villages, you can come across peoples will be giving sounds like great sounds, shouting, and they'll be narrating the story, and they will be dancing here and there. Not a dance, similar to the drama. Now it has been mixed up with dance forms also. But mostly the mics will be hanging, they'll be roaming here and there, and they'll be shouting like anything and explaining the so-called Puranas, mythological stories. They will put drama. So Yakshagana is a theatre art in temple, and it's also started from temples, and also mythological stories and Puranas are the major choice for performing the Yakshagana. Okay, this performance will be having a grandeur, and with how their appearance looks is they have a great headgears, facial masks, costumes, and many decorative things, ornaments present all over their body. This is how they perform so-called Yakshagana. Yeah. And next, you know, Yakshagana belongs to Karnataka, means we'll be blindly having an idea that this will be performed in the Kannada language. But your myth will go wrong, because this is not only performed in Kannada language, it is also performed in Malayalam and Tulu. Tulu is a language that is being spoken in southern Karnataka regions, and also while performing they will also add a musical. So with using what instrument they will add the music? Chenda, Maddalam, Jagatta, Chakrathala. These are the main instruments they use to create a music in this drama forms or theatre forms. And mostly they choose Mahabharata and Ramayanas as their choice of performing this drama art. In Mahabharata, they will be performing Draupadi, Swayamvara, or Subhadra Vivaha, and Ramayana also they will be having choice like Rajabhishek, Lavakush, Yuddh. These are all the things they will be performing. But there are many other forms also, Puranas, they will be stories, these things they will be performing. Okay, now I had explained about Karnataka based Yakshagana, which is being present over in the news. Now, after knowing this, we must also know what are all the different forms of theatre art forms present in all over India. Let me have a brief of theatre art and place and theme that has been provided for the drama arts present in all over India. Notanki is a famous drama form, a theatre form present in UP, Uttar Pradesh, and it is based on the theme of romantic Persian literature. So, and next we come to here Tamasha, which is mostly performed in Maharashtra, and it's also based on the folk form of the Maharashtra. Bawai, which is performed in Gujarat, and it includes the performs based on social criticism and humor as a choice for the theme to perform this theatre art. And Jatra is performed in West Bengal and Odisha. This is mostly famous during the Bhakti movement saint named Chaitanya. Now let me brief out few things about Chaitanya, because Chaitanya is a famous saint during the Bhakti movement. You know that Ramanuja is a famous Bhakti saint in Tamil Nadu and southern India. Similarly, Ramananda, who is so-called Shishya, which means is also the follower of Ramanuja, he is famous in these regions, which means North India, Ramananda is famous. But Chaitanya is a person during the Bhakti movement who is mostly famous in the regions of the West Bengal, Odisha, and few parts of the Bihar. So he had familiarized and also he had created more awareness among the people and beliefs regarding the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Okay, Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a thing that is related to the Krishna cult. Okay, this is what about Chaitanya, who is a Bhakti movement saint. And next one important theatre art which has been multiple times in the exam is Kudiyatam. Kudiyatam is a famous theatre form in Kerala. Okay, now Kudiyatam, if you come to Kudiyatam, actually it is in Kerala, means many persons' mind will move towards Malayalam. But the thing is that Kudiyatam is the oldest theatre form, and also twist is standing here for you. What is that? Is that it is not only the oldest form, and it is also the Sanskrit theatre form in Kerala. And UNESCO has recognized it as the oral and intangible heritage site. So this stands as a major importance in your preparation and historical perspective and present current affairs perspective. And next one more theatre art is Mudiyettu in Kerala. It's a folk forms where it will be celebrated like Kali Mata killing the demon like Darika. Okay, na? This is a fight between goddess and demon, and this provides awareness among the people about the Bhadrakali cult in this region. Bhavana is celebrated or so-called a theatre form in Assam. This form is being started by a person called Srimanta Shankara Deva. Yeah, he is famous over this region, and he had written this theatre form in Brajavali language. Brajavali language is a mixture of Assamese and Maithili in the regions of Assam. This Bhavana theatre form where they used to celebrate like Krishna celebration or Krishna cult. So they perform Krishna stories and Krishna cult. And next thing is March, which is present in Madhya Pradesh, and it is a religious and secular form. Next, Band Panthar, which is in Kashmir. It's a folk drama of the Kashmir. This is what we had read and clean idea about the theatre forms in all over India. Now let me come to the another point which is important in your news. Jagannath Temple. Jagannath Temple is in news that during January they had announced that many people must need a COVID certification, then only they can enter the temple. After that January 21st they had removed that restriction, so it was in news. But this Jagannath Temple is most important in your competitive exam preparation for your art and culture. Jagannath Temple has been built during the 12th century in the regions which has been ruled by Eastern Ganga dynasty, presently in Odisha. Now you can know that Odisha region, these regions is being ruled by whom? It is ruled by Eastern Ganga dynasty during the 12th century. Who had built this Jagannath Temple? It is Anantavarmana Chodaganga Deva. This is the person who had built this Jagannath Temple. And Jagannath Temple also has another name called White Pagoda. Okay, and it has also one more name called Yamanika Tirtha. Why it is called as the Yamanika Tirtha? Because Yama's power will be nullified. So if you are going to die, just run into the temple called Jagannath Temple. So the Jagannath will help you, and also you will not die because Yama's power will not work over there. That is the belief has been provided through this Jagannath Temple. There is other importance because Chardham pilgrimage sites in India. There are 4 important pilgrimage sites which is considered as the Chardham pilgrimage sites. One among them is Puri, and the remaining 3 are Badrinath, Dwaraka and Rameshwaram. Yeah. Next, Arunastamba is present in Sun Temple, Konark, but now it has been shifted over to the Jagannath Temple. So now Arunastamba is present over in the Jagannath Temple, but initially it was established in Sun Temple, Konark. These are the two most important places of visit in Bhubaneswar. Not Bhubaneswar, sorry, Odisha. And next, Harvest Festival. Harvest Festival means farmers will cultivate their land, and after they are receiving a good cultivation, they thank the god, Surya Bhagavan, sun god, and present and celebrate the wealth that had achieved and good agriculture output that has they achieved. So they celebrate in the indication of providing prizes and wealth, and also celebrate for the people to come over together. This is an agriculture festival and farmers festival. Okay, Harvest Festival is celebrated all over India with different names that I had provided in the map. Here, Lohri, Shankranti, they celebrate. Lohri, Shankranti, and Pongal are all the different names. And Uttarayan is the celebrations they make in Gujarat. And here you can see International Kite Festival has been happening since 1989. So from 1989, International Kite Festival is been happening in Gujarat, and the festival is named as the Uttarayan. What is this Uttarayan? Actually, with comparative to Earth, the sun after winter solstice. Winter solstice means 22nd of December. After that winter solstice, sun starts moving towards a northward direction. So after winter, they welcome the sun god. So on behalf of welcoming the sun god, they celebrate. So this is called as an indication of celebrating the sun god. That is the thing they happen. So this is called as Uttarayan. Uttar means something north. So it indicates the northward movement of the sun. So here we are studying something called as sun physics and astronomical things. But these things has been created anciently in India, followers and people. And next, if you are considering the India map, there are different names that has been provided for the Harvest Festival of India. Here in Tamil Nadu, they celebrate it as Pongal and Pedda Panduya in Pedda Panduyam. They say that in Andhra Pradesh. Shankranti in Andhra Pradesh and these regions, Bengali Bihu in Assam region, Sukarat in Central Indian regions and Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Kicheri in Uttar Pradesh, Lohri in celebrated in Hindu and Sikh together in Punjab and this region, Uttarayan in Gujarat region, Makara Sankranti in the Maharashtra and Karnataka, and Magara Velakku is the celebration of the harvest festival present in the Kerala. Okay, now you have greater idea of what are they celebrating all over India through the map analysis. Next, one more important thing that I'm gonna provide for you is Lohri. Lohri is a Punjab-based festival. Here, end of winter season, they indicate and they welcome the sun god, and also they perform puja parikrama, which means they burn everything unnecessary products in the home, and they celebrate surrounding and moving towards a fire, and they celebrate because from that they will be overcoming the winter. That is the indication of that. Pongal is celebrated in Tamil Nadu. They call it as a Thai Pongal, which means celebration towards thanking the Mother Earth. And also they perform kolam, which means different decorative forms in the ground they use, and also make it with use of a rice powder. Okay, and next thing is Bihu in Assam. They are celebrated as a harvest festival. Assam New Year is also falls on the same festival season. And Rangoli or Mag Bihu are the other names of this Bihu. And also this indications that Bihu is the start of the tilling of the land. This indicates the tilling of the land, and also it has there is a myth that Bihu is as old as the Brahmaputra river that is present in the Assam region. And next, if you come to the Magara Velakku, it is celebrated in Sabarimala regions, okay, which means Kerala. Sabarimala, for the Lord Ayyappa, they lit the fire for the 7 days. This fire is lit on the starting day of this Makara Sankranti, and this will be ending after 7 days with a Guruti. Guruti is the end of this Magara Velakku. This will be a greater glorious fire burning in a hill station. That will be an excellent look to see it, friends. And next, you can come over here. Mongpa, handmade. Yeah, here something is missing over. Yeah, handmade. D is missing. Yeah. Mongpa handmade paper, which has been in use for a few times, which is region of the Arunachal Pradesh. Mongpa handmade paper. One thing, my friends, present day we use many types of papers. We read, write, and now we are upgrading to the digital world. But paper plays an important role in this education system. So this Mongpa handmade paper is famous in the regions of the Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, Why it is famous? Because it is more than 1,000 years old. Before 1,000 years only, they know the art of making handmade paper in these regions. And why it is in use is because that Khadi and Village Industry Commission KVIC has informed that they're gonna revive this Mongpa handmade paper, and also they're gonna produce this. Why do they want to produce this? What is this? Both the things I will explain. What is this Mongpa handmade paper? It is also called as Mon Shugu. So Mon Shugu means it's a handmade paper, and also it is made by the local tribes of the Arunachal Pradesh in the regions of the Tawang. Okay. 1,000 years before, why do they use this paper? Because they use for the writing Buddhist scripts, hymns, and many other things for the people. And next, barks of local trees has been used. What is the tree that they use? Is Shugu Shane. Shugu Shane is the paper tree that they use for making or eat. And why it is important for KVIC to revive this so-called handmade paper? Because they create an opportunity for youth and also reviving of the ancient local culture and art form. And also it's a part of Prime Minister's initiative called Work Up for Local initiative that has been set by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now let me explain what is KVIC. KVIC is a statutory body of India, and KVIC statutory body means what? If a body is created by the government with the act is considered as the statutory body. Now let me explain. KVIC is formed by the KVIC Act 1958. After that, if you want to know, one more important thing is that what does that KVIC do? Its function is to planning, promotion, organizing and implementing rural area skills, art forms and khadi and village industries. So they plan, promote, organize and implement rural industries to develop. And also which ministry, under which ministry this KVIC belongs to? It belongs to the MSME sector, which means micro, small and medium enterprises ministry. So hope you have a great idea of the important topics that has been provided for the so-called art and culture, and we had a quick revision and understanding of the important topics, and it will be stamped as an important part of your preparations and revisions for your UPSC Prelims 2022. If you are also attempting for 2023, after reading over it, you will get an idea of preparations and subjects and everything. Okay students, if you like the video, kindly give a like and also kindly subscribe for much more updates by me. This is me, SPR, signing off. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care. Okay, this is a first class of mine regarding art and culture in this channel, and for future updates you can subscribe to this channel. I will be providing. Okay, this English channel has a less subscriber, but I trust in you, because when the channel keeps on growing and builds, we can have a creative team and we can work on more updates, and we can create user-friendly nature of learning and education. Okay, bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.